Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Tired.
Tired?
Super, super tired.
Super tired. I,
How are you feeling?
tired.
Tired?
Yeah, yesterday was fantastic, but it was also exhausting.
I had a weird dream that we were like playing D&D for fucking hours yesterday and like this one person threw me through a fucking calzone. It's weird times.
Pretty sure all of that happened. We also ended up raising $3,200 for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospitals.
Fuck yeah.
So yeah, my voice is fucking wrecked, if you can't tell. I sound like Christian Bale's Batman. It's what it is. But I also had an amazing time doing that yesterday. That was fantastic. Turned out better than I hoped for. It's funny because going into it, I was like, oh well, I'll just set this at like $1,500 and we'll make that, and that'll be easy. And then I was thinking about it. I was like, no, fuck it. Let's challenge it. Let's do twice that. And we did, and just knocked it out of the park, and it was great. Rojan, you got some chips to share with everybody else?
They're not chips.
Okay, are they Madagascar and roaches?
The glory of having nephews over when one of them is 3 years old is you get the best dinners. We're having taquitos.
What?
Baby John, guys.
Taquito dinner? Lucky.
How's everybody else's weekend? Because I know what Spooner and I did. And Alec, when you were here modding.
When I did, there's nothing left of the imagination.
What about me? I heard my name.
I said you were here modding for a good bit of what we did yesterday. So
Yep, I was in and out, so that was basically my day, and then also trying to figure out electrical problems with the house, and also decided to have some drinks for St. Patrick's Day, and that was a bad decision. Yep, that mixed with my medication did not go very well. Had a rough night.
That sounds terrible.
Oh yeah, it was pretty awful.
I had that one bottle of stout, and I haven't drank in a while. Just haven't done it, and I didn't eat anything yesterday other than like a bowl of cereal. And so that stout climbed on top of me real quick, and I was like, "Oh, I've finished one glass. I should probably not have any more." So I was like, "All right, yeah, let's put that down." HP Fox, what did you get up to this weekend?
I've been working on some exciting things for Hunter. And that's really all I can say, as with like 90% of the stuff I do, unfortunately.
Is he finally setting up a Snapchat for nudes?
Oh, we've had that for like a year and a half, but it's just
How is life being under an NDA every single day?
it fucking sucks, dude.
Like, I would go insane. How are you not like clawing at yourself?
That's why whenever people ask me how I'm doing or what I've been up to, my response is always just, "Oh, I've been working," because I have been working, but I can't talk about a damn thing that I'm doing.
See, that was my favorite thing, is being under NDA, because then I didn't have to talk to people.
Well, that's the worst part about having this new job as well. It's because I'm under NDA for that as well. It's like I have like several jobs and I can't talk about any of them.
It's like
The confession booth must be like
He's a
super
spy.
loud. Like I can imagine HP Fox walking into confessional because it's the only place he can talk, and like the poor bastard on the other side is just, oh my god, this guy again.
and then like the priest goes online and leaks it all.
Like, they'll never know it came from you though, man. Nobody will figure it out.
Just go talk to a lawyer. Just become best friends with a lawyer, and then you're just like,
I
"Hey, I
have
can
been
actually
talking
talk to
to a
you."
lawyer, actually.
See?
In fact, I have a meeting with a lawyer in like 3 days.
Oh, Bessie.
No, it's a good thing. It's Sheng. Everybody knows Sheng.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What's a shame?
Sheng
He's a
at law.
lawyer.
Yeah.
That's a good kind of lawyer, not the who's gonna get custody of Impious lawyer.
Hey, I have custody myself, thank you. I won that fair and square.
Oh right, yeah, the whole emancipation. Never mind.
Emancipation? No, that's not where that was going. Never mind. I'm tired. But yeah, I think I've said that already. But yeah, we're here to play some D&D. We played 9 hours worth yesterday. We actually went a little long to finish up most of the campaign. There was, I think, one dungeon that you guys didn't get to.
The meat golem one.
Meat golem, which kind of made me sad because the token for the meat golem is awesome.
Can we see it?
Yeah, I can actually. Let me
Just
pull it
throw
over
it in
in
this
Roll20
game.
real quick.
I have to ask, Imp, did your special dungeon that you made for a joke make it through?
Yes, it did.
Yes.
I
Was
missed
it the
that.
Mom
What was the
Spaghetti one?
joke? Was it was it Mom Spaghetti?
It was Mom's spaghetti.
That was a good one.
I was so distraught with that entire dungeon. Like, the entire experience was one of those, like, dude, this is for charity. Why are you fucking us so hard with these monsters? Like, what are you doing?
It wasn't that bad.
Oh, no, it wasn't. Like, you know,
Oh God.
freaking bless Animated Break's heart. He convinces a giant, and oh my god, the meat golem looks amazing.
It does, doesn't it? I'm really sad it didn't get used.
Like, he convinces a giant to throw him onto a freaking flaming calamari, and then the giant proceeds to just shit on him in one shot, and his corpse falls into the pit of boiling molten not lava.
I have to say though, he did a fantastic job for like his first time
he
around.
really did. He did. It was-
Right? No,
it was
he
a
absolutely
blast.
did. Panda did too. She was super freaking nervous when we first started. Like, we were getting ready before cams went on.
You mean
She
legs?
was- Yeah,
Legs.
legs. She was having a
Betty.
Yeah, Betty, Legs, Cheryl, Karen, Susan,
Sharon.
Sharon. Oh man,
For anybody in chat that wants to see the meat golem from yesterday that didn't get used.
yeah, it was a really good time.
It looks like the colossal titan from Attack on Titan, and it makes me so happy.
Right? That's the first thing I thought of.
Oh yeah, that was so much fun, and it had a blast. The cast was wonderful. For those that missed it, it was Danotage, Animated Break, Smashley, Spooner Sloth, and his wife Panda, Mickey Panda, and myself DMing that, which is why my voice sounds like fucking Darth Vader, minus the nifty breathing.
Minus the asthma.
Right. But yeah, we had a lot of fun. Raised $3,200 for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospitals. It was a good time, good cause. And I think we're going to try to do charity streams quarterly. So once every 3 months. I think we're planning on shooting for the next one to be in June at some point. I don't know if we're going to do D&D again. I've got some probes out to some people to see if we can get them involved. Who would be really neat to have involved. So
Mouse guard.
no, I've got 2 games picked out, and what I'm trying to do is get the people that design the games to come run a game for us. Which would be
Ooh.
super cool. We're reaching out to, and I haven't heard back from any of them yet, or Alicorn hasn't heard back from any of them yet. Reached out to John Harper, who designed Blades in the Dark, to do one for us, which would be really cool. And I reached out to Adam Kobal, who designed Dungeon World. And both of them know about Twitch, have a presence on Twitch. John's been actually running Blades in the Dark game for a while. As a season on, I think in Me JP was the channel that was run on, and then Adam Kobal streams on his own, does Court of Swords for Roll20, also runs Tomb of Annihilation for D&D, so he's involved on Twitch and a lot of places, and we're definitely a smaller scale channel than any of those, but it would still be super cool to have happen. So we reached out and asked, and if we don't hear back, we don't hear back. No big deal. Yeah, let's jump back into Chult and Tomb of Annihilation. Who wants to give me a rundown of what happened last week? Of the amount of insane shit that happened last week.
Can we just show an animated GIF of a ton of cards falling from the sky? Because that was pretty much what screwed us.
And I drop kicked Lex off a cliff, but he was brought back because the elementals are dicks.
Because
Straight up.
because Cholt isn't done with me yet.
No, dude, Alicorn didn't drop kick you. Alicorn like straight up, like full on, like from Streets of Rage with both feet out, just down. But yeah, Cholt has a plan for all of us, man.
Was it
Except for me.
Cholt didn't think it was your time.
Clearly, it wasn't my time either. Why the hell was I brought back?
That's what you would have wanted.
I had no hand in the you being brought back. I figured you were long dead, and they were like, "No, we want to raise him." I'm like, "All right. You want to get yourselves in more shit? Go ahead."
You can't get rid of the meme stream mascot. Shit, just heaven forfend.
Yeah, seeing as how Small made his appearance on in last night.
Fives made his appearance. Yeah.
No,
As a,
that I did not know that you were going to do that. Thank you for doing that, by the way, and
You're
thank you
welcome.
for making him like beat the ever living ass out of everybody that was there.
I worded that fight very particularly because I figured somebody was going to entangle and just drop him to the ground. It was going to be over. I was hoping it was going to take more than 2 rounds, but
No, Panda's quick on that shit, dude.
I was really like, because I really wanted to use that beer holder a little bit more.
Well, Dano tried to have sex with it.
It undressed him with his eyes, like all like 5 of them.
Yeah, that was.
I feel like I need to go back and rewatch the entire VOD from start to end because like some of these references I'm just like
No, yeah, Smashy was very offended that Dana wanted to have sex with a beer holder, so she literally rolled a crit. Which last night, what was with the freaking dice yesterday, dude?
All of the wasted crits last night.
Like every single roll was a crit on the other number, so there was just back-to-back crits nonstop. Anyway, she like athletics checked a crit to carry him by the
The scruff of his neck, yeah.
and like pull him away from trying to go into the back room behind the bar with the freaking beer holder. It was very weird. It was very, very. It was such a meta experience for me to see these 2 people going at it.
Oh, it was so fun. I had such a blast.
Look, too long didn't read about what happened. We played with the card of many things. I did very bad things with the cards. I got stupid and rich.
Usually how that happens.
Lex got turned into like a Dark Souls, the deprived run.
Yep. I that's pretty much what I am. I'm the deprived run of Dark Souls right now because I have like my magic and everything else was stripped from me. So
Yeah, you
Lexus is just standing there in a loincloth. Now with a long sword and a dagger.
But
in
not the
his
food
hands.
dagger. She didn't give you the dagger for food.
No.
She gave you the dagger for poke.
Yep.
And then we were like, apparently Death came out finally, and Death was just re-killing me because apparently I was dying yet again. And I had died. I was brought back to life, and then I was about to die again. But Death was like, "Okay, I'll make a deal with you." I don't know why he agreed to it. To kill Baba Yaga, and Baba Yaga wanted us to kill Death, and now we're Mommy Fortuna, Mommy Tuna. Oh my God, Nanny Poo Poo. Yeah, Nanny.
Oh, Fortuna, I wasn't sure what you were going
Mommy
after
Tuna
there.
is like, what?
No, I'm thinking of The Last Unicorn. Never mind. So Nanny Poo Poo is there, and we're there, and Death's there, and Baba Yaga's there, and everybody's gonna fight. And I'm pretty sure that's where we're at with like the side quest backlog thing we got going on.
All right.
Is that even remotely accurate?
Yeah.
Okay.
To set the stage, it's gotten late. You guys are at the top of this plateau, 1,800 feet above the jungles of Cholt. There, standing amongst the bones and the rubble and the ruins of an old city, is Nene Pupu, this hunched-over hag. Is cackling, just this twisted smile on her face as the events have unfolded. Her stitched together Frankenstein flesh golem standing beside her, no longer drooling because she's sewn the jaw back to kind of where it sits correctly now. And Lexus is there in a loincloth, holding a sword and a dagger. Fives has been brought back from the dead by Nanny Poo earlier in the day, but just got done with a
Baba
very...
Yaga.
Yeah,
Baba Yaga.
yeah. I was gonna ask. You mean Baba Yaga, or you
Yeah,
talk about Nanny
yeah,
Poo Poo?
no, Baba Yaga, sorry.
Okay, I'm really confused.
We can't tell Nanny Poo Poo that Baba Yaga did it, because if we do, Baba Yaga will be in trouble, and or Nanny Poo Poo will be really mad.
So brought back to life by Baba Yaga, shoving a flaming hot gem down his throat. Lexus has no gear on him other than a dagger and sword that he was able to be lended by Lone Hunter, or Wolf's Lead. Lone Hunter was last night. Who is our blood hunter. And a dagger loaned to him by Samoya. And the hut, Baba Yaga's hut, has appeared there after Fives offered her to Death. I think it was Fives. Okay. Death said, "Yeah, I've been after her for quite some time. Let's do this." And the hut, so Fives calls out for Baba Yaga, and the hut shows up, dancing on its legs, kicking up dust and dirt, shaking the plateau, and it finally settles. And the porch kind of rolls out from the side of the house, the side of the hut, and the door swings open. Death, looking to the four of you, the five of you, and to Nanny Poo Poo, just mentions, "I'll see you again," and then walks towards the hut.
He only says, "I'll see you again," and just walks towards the hut.
Mm-hmm.
Like, does he walk into the hut?
That seems to be his course.
Are you going after him? He says to Lex.
Yeah, Lex just begins to follow Death.
Javaria is going to take a moment and reach up and grab Lex by the ear and just start, no, come on. We don't want any part of this.
I need to see it.
There's a lot of things you need to see. This is not one of them. Come on.
It is.
No.
You can't disobey her, dude. She's the queen.
Wait, nobody can disobey her?
It's the card that
that's right.
in the deck of many
She
things.
has
I'm a
natural leadership
leader.
now.
Yeah, she's the queen of all existence, and Alicorn,
I
unfortunately,
have no
is gonna
choice.
be her
I have
leader.
to mom you.
Okay, so he's following you. He's following Javaria, but he's growling at her that he needs to see this.
It's like
He
it's for
needs to
your
see
own
it through.
good.
But Mom,
You'll thank me later.
We need to see the body.
Now, this hurts her more than it hurts you, okay, Lex?
I know I want to see this through to the end, but something is just telling me DM doesn't want to do it. That we need to go.
Fine, but you owe me.
Deal.
Lex is just gonna look back at Death, have fun.
Oh, this will be an interesting conversation, to say the least. And he crosses the threshold into the hut, and the door just slams behind him. You're muted, Spooner, if you said anything. It looked like you
oh,
were
I'm
talking.
sorry. Yeah,
No worries.
is the hut still there, just standing with door closed?
It is.
Five's gonna throw a rock at it. I don't need to make an attack for that, do I?
Well, I mean, are you attacking the hut with the rock?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, can you hit the broadside of a barn from the inside?
I mean, right? I could.
Roll for it.
Let's just say dart, but
Okay.
we
Yeah, that's
like
fine.
rock. Come on,
Hang on.
man.
I gotta go
I
find a
wanted
thing.
to clap, and then I saw which one was first, and I'm like,
Now we're gonna have to fight the house. You know this, right?
Nah, man, they're busy. The house's owner is busy.
The house's owner is busy, but the house isn't.
I
"The
want.
house
I
is
really
an
don't like that
icon
house.
now."
I really don't like that house. I don't like the chicken legs.
I don't know if I still have this as a in here somewhere.
I know that the house
I
tried
don't.
killing us on multiple occasions.
All
I
right.
still want to kidnap Jazzy Yaga.
So
Yeah.
you
There's a
you
cat.
throw a stone at the hut, and it hits, bouncing off the wood and the walls, and falls down into the dirt of the plateau. The hut stands up, and on its chicken legs, and begins to dance. Basically, just stomp randomly around the top of the plateau. You're all scrambling, ducking to avoid getting stepped on by this thing. And
Is
then
it like dancing or is it aggressively dancing towards us?
it's river dancing towards you.
It's dance fighting us.
It's dance fighting. It's a pants off dance off.
Oh,
Hey,
time
no, it's a
to
good
eat
thing I
that
still
fruit.
have a monkey. Yeah, I still have that monkey fruit.
And
Okay,
then
she wins.
just as you're like ducking and covering, sure that you're going to be stepped on by Baba Yaga's hut. The next time that the foot should hit, it doesn't, and the wind gets still. And you
Like
look
time
around.
freezes?
No, you just look around and the hut's gone.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Well,
It appears she didn't want to be disturbed.
let's hope this means that that's the last we'll see of her.
Good riddance.
Well, to be fair, Death did say interesting conversation.
Well, we'll know if there's a sock on the door handle when we come back. We know to leave it alone.
Javaria, that's the wrong type of conversation.
Hey, I don't kink shame. Let's go.
Do I got a constitution save to make sure I don't retch?
I don't think Fives would have to make that after he phone sex the frog.
Yeah, I don't think there's much.
I've got limits, okay? There are limits. There are limits to my debauchery.
Even I have standards.
Even I have standards.
Phoning it into a frog is okay.
But they're standard.
Death/Baba Yaga is not.
Hey, you can ship whoever you want. We don't keep shame. So Nanny Poo Poo is there at the top of the plateau, looking at you and kind of rubbing her face, and you can see just wheels turning in her head and plotting and planning.
Oh, lovely.
Where to now? We had somebody to kill, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Let's go kill him. But first off, I need clothes. I need armor.
We could always go back to that town with all the nice.
Yeah, you remember that?
We could. Well,
You
what
mean-
is your
you mean-
size? Maybe
you
we
mean-
find clothes for you there.
You mean the town that you chose to continue damning that child?
I don't know what you're talking about. They give me really nice clothes at that town.
And a crossbow.
And a crossbow.
Where is the closest, like, bastion of civilization
Let's see.
that I can enter?
Oh, wouldn't you be able to enter it because you were like
Reset?
baptized?
He's not allowed to go back in, though. I won't allow it.
Let's see. You guys are there.
No, see, my abilities and everything have been reset, but my mind hasn't been wiped or anything like that.
Well, like the deals and stuff and the ties that you had with Baba Yaga was wiped as well.
Yeah, but that's not what was stopping me from helping that child.
You wouldn't have been helping him, though.
You would have been hurting him. This is not a Full Metal Alchemist moment. You can't save the. Sorry.
So the closest city or anything like city-like is either going to be Port Naranzayu, Port Castellar, here. Yeah, those are probably the closest ones.
We owe people money in Port Naranzayu. Maybe we go someplace else.
I want to see what's in Wahaha.
Actually, me too.
Well, we could always ask Wolves if he has any suggestion on where we could go to get a naked man some armor.
You people have the strangest adventures.
Oh, you don't know the half of it.
You have no idea.
I'm just gonna preen.
Aww.
Samoya's just gonna stretch and look at Lex and Javaria and just be like, wherever you guys want to go. And next time you really want to die, don't ask me to drop kick you off another cliff.
Yeah, next time do a better job.
Hey, I did my job. I don't know why the fuck you came back up.
You shot me.
Hey,
It's
Poo Poo.
blessing in disguise, okay? She just gotta
Can Fives like hop on over to Poo Poo as he's having a debate?
You probably want to wipe that off your feet after you hop on over. Right?
Hop over to, not hop on. I'm pretty sure she would kill me immediately if I landed on her.
Yeah, you can go over and talk to her.
Where is nearest town?
Why would you ask me? Do I look like I've seen civilization in a fortnight? Or a 5-night? Or maybe even a 6-night for that matter?
You are not at all what you look like. So, where is nearest town? Preferably not cursed.
Oh, now you're getting specific.
Maybe has a Walmart.
I just spit on myself, Rojan. God damn it.
Well, you got a Costco membership or something? Oh, sorry.
No.
Only BJ's, I'm sorry.
Jeez.
I mean,
Well, let's see. Actually, does she know of anything that might be closer? No.
I mean,
No,
would she?
doesn't.
There's a whole lot of I don't know what the fuckistan is going on here with all these invisible hexes.
I know. She says Port Naranzayu or Port Castellaya. I'll get that right at some point.
Castigliar.
Castiglia, sure. Are probably the closest that you would want to brave.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if you guys don't want to travel that far, I guess I can loot armor, like loot gear off of anything we kill.
Well, there were those lizard men that we killed. Maybe.
Yeah, but they
some of
were
theirs-
wearing loincloths. I mean, I'm
No,
wearing a
no,
loincloth.
she has point. You can wear lizard man.
Well, I
use their
could.
skin to make you armor.
I can sew. Let's just
Wear the skin of your enemies.
Dude, hey, look, for real, man. They have a base racial of like super crazy natural armor. You should totally skin one and fucking wear it.
I would be fine with that. I mean, honestly, I think that would fit Lexus just to start wearing full-on just skins of things that he kills.
I almost want him to wear a walrus so I can make Beatles jokes.
Who was it that said it was Len? I am the walrus. Shut up, Donnie.
Yeah.
All right, where are you guys going? Where are you heading?
I kind of want to go back to the lizardman camp. You know, the one that I died at because my internet was poop.
No, you died at it because Lexus died at it.
Oh, yeah. That's never going to happen again. I'm super happy about that.
Can we even make armor out of them, seeing as how they were butchered by Samoya to get the meat?
Oh. New side quest, find more lizardmen.
Well,
So-
I'm just gotta kind of look at everybody else, or look at Javaria, since she seems to have this new presence of, leadership.
Not my fault.
And just be like, all right, so where to, Mama Cat?
I say we go back this way.
But Kempin,
Camp Vengeance is no longer there.
No,
They moved.
Yeah,
Yeah,
There's
that's
got to be
right.
something there.
Yeah, the zombies, the
Mhm.
horde.
Zombies
Yeah,
have
they-
clothes.
I'm really.
Yeah, if you want to
regretting
fight a
this
couple
that
hundred
hard.
zombies.
They probably dispersed. There's nothing there. What are you scared of?
Impious.
I mean, that's a valid concern.
I don't know how else to answer that question.
Okay.
Well, let us continue on for now.
Yeah.
We'll find clothing one way or another.
All right.
The map and what we have uncovered. That is a long walk.
So we don't have to go to pure curiosity, just to make sure that I'm on the same page as everybody here in the campaign. We're not going to Nangalore. That's not where the big bad is. The big bad is in Omu?
The big bad is in
The Valley of Dread?
No, it's between the Peaks of Flame and Valley of Dread, so I guess it is
Somewhere like here?
Omu?
Somewhere in
Yeah, I
this
think it is Omu.
Okay. Wait, no, that's the Valley of Lost Honor.
Yeah,
This place is...
you
is
were
just-
right. It's Omu.
It's Omu. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
I just
okay.
had it marked down wrong.
All right, then to Omu.
All right. Well, I guess that's what we're doing.
What's Ataz Yakwaz? I can pronounce that.
Which
Ata.
one? Ping it.
Ata.
You have to get there and find out.
Hey, there's two Atas.
There are two Atas.
Ataz Yakilazi.
So,
What?
Equazi.
so
Okay.
something that you guys have noticed as you've been around the plateau, looking over the edges, to the south east of Mambala, where you currently are, runs a river that runs to the southwest. Possibly easy travel to make some progress in that direction. Yeah.
90 miles. Damn.
All right. Well,
That
I guess
would-
we're going that way.
All right.
It's an option. I'm just throwing this out there because you guys have seen this. Other than just trekking directly through the jungle, that's still up to you. If you guys want to trek directly through the jungle, go for it. I'm just letting you know there are potential other travel options.
Okay. And the ship that I saw, that's in that direction as well.
Refresh my memory which ship you saw.
It was like a ship south of it that was like on shore and like destroyed. I think it was that you said. It looked like the ruins of a big ship. or
Oh,
something.
yeah, that is to the south. And I probably should have clarified this. It's tangled in the trees. It was an airship.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't an actual ship.
Ooh.
All right.
Well,
Well, then
let's go there.
Yeah, I would probably bring that up to the party and be like, "Well, I did see a ship that was like in the jungle. Maybe that has some leftover gear from whoever was
And
piloting."
personally speaking, I have an immense love for airships and games, so I vote for
Sky
airship.
Captain. Yeah, let's do it.
We
Yeah.
should see if
So
we
that-
could repair
That
it.
wreck is about directly south from where you guys are currently.
Okay.
Do it.
All right.
Lead the
well,
way, Samoya.
All right.
All right, go ahead and give me a survival check.
Boop.
That'll
Yeah,
work.
yo.
Are you guys moving at normal speed, fast speed, slow speed?
I think we should, given our current situation, I think it would be best to move at normal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you reach the bottom of Mambala, the weather shifts. It has been a little weird all morning, but rain begins to just torrentially downpour, slowing some of your progress. But you do notice that the birds in the area begin to sing and kind of are enjoying the rain, washing themselves, and the jungle is alive with the sounds of these bird songs crying up through the canopy. So it actually makes your trip a little more bearable, because now you have these birds that are singing along, and it actually kind of raises your morale a bit. And so because of that, I am gonna go ahead and give you guys an extra hex for that.
Nice.
Yay! Weather is good for a change.
So basically, they're just singing a montage in the background as we're like cutting our way through the woods towards this pirate. That
Even Rocky had a montage.
And at the end of the morning, you come, or the end of the day rather, you come to the banks of a river. This is the river that you spotted from Mambala, the one that travels and would carry you to the southwest. You guys wanting to camp here for the night, or what are you wanting to do?
Camp?
It would be best to camp, you know.
Yeah.
Last thing we need is get lost and go west again.
Yep.
Hey! That was not Five's fault.
No, it wasn't your fault. The guard told you west, and we went west. He just didn't tell us exactly where west to go.
Yes. We should probably not travel at night.
Okay.
Okie dokie Loki.
So you begin to set up your camp in the downpour, and then you can feel as the ground under you begins to shake with footsteps. Trees you can hear bending and some cracking off to the west, and the sound is getting closer as it approaches.
Is it Basil Goose?
Is it what?
Never mind.
Okay.
Mag's reaction was perfect.
Well, I guess if I hear footsteps, I'm probably going to ready myself for battle,
Okay.
Yep.
just to be prepared.
Fives, I imagine, is just rocking back and forth, like in a fetal position.
Not again. All right.
Like, I'm an egg, leave me alone, I'm an egg!
What about Lone Hunter? God damn it. What about HP Fox's character? I've forgotten his name.
Wolfsleed?
Wolfsleed. I don't know why I want to call him Lone Hunter. I know that was yesterday's character's name, but
Because he's a lone wolf.
what
living
is?
on the edge.
It might be. That might be it. What is Wolfsleed and Javaria doing?
Wolf is probably just been kind of trudging along with everybody, just with his sword kind of slung over his shoulder as he tends to hold it. Even if he hears footsteps and stuff, he's not showing any signs of alert.
So bravado.
Okay.
So strong.
What about Javaria?
I feel like I need to utilize my multi-class here just to be a little bit of a shit. Well, I want to make sure that nothing's sneaking up on us, and I want to keep my group safe, so I'm going to kind of duck into some of the underbrush and see if I can't find where those footsteps are coming from without getting caught.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a stealth or survival. All right, that'll work.
And I'm proficient.
So you skitter across into the underbrush, and the shaking of the ground is getting stronger. You know you're kind of approaching the right direction, and you peek out of the underbrush and you see this Cyclops. He has what looks like at one point was it was a tree. It's thrown over his shoulder, and he has this massive bag tied to the end of it, and he's just walking along.
Nope.
Wait, does he look familiar?
Nope.
Doesn't have to. It's a nope. And I just go walking, right? Well, carefully walking back to the group, going, "It's a Cyclops. We're not going that way."
Wait, Fives remembers Cyclops from old fat lady's house.
I mean, there was a Cyclops. Maybe he was freed.
Well, he was scared of the dark, so the odds of him actually getting out of old fat lady's house are very slim.
Well, not only that, he wouldn't be walking around at night.
Well, it's evening. It's not quite night yet.
Fives want to go
We're
say
not
hello.
going without a chaperone.
Okay, you come with me then.
And as you're in the middle of the discussion, the trees part, and you can see the Cyclops, and he sees your camp and your tent, and hello, strangers, and he just has he has a seat on a fallen tree, and you can feel the ground shake as he sits down. Care if one more joins you for the evening?
Javari
Oh
is
my God.
torn between.
I love that voice.
I know it's glorious. Javari is kind of torn between protecting Fives and hiding behind him. It's this weird shift.
So she's like giving him like an awkward side hug.
Kind of like.
Where do your travels take you, strangers?
Come that way. The flyboat.
Flyboat? I don't know what a flyboat is, little bird.
Fives.
That hesitation for a second there. Bird.
Not bird. Fives.
Little Fives, then?
Yes. It's boat. Boat that flies.
I
Well, it
see.
did before it found a tree.
Yes, trees can get in the way.
Not that tree. He points to the one that he has slung over his shoulder.
No, it got in the way, which is why it's now my bag.
So, what's in bag?
Oh, just my things.
You wouldn't happen to have any material we can make armor for the naked man, would you?
Let me see. And he drops the bag and it shakes the whole campsite.
Ooh, trade.
Would be so much cooler if he was a raccoon.
This random loot table is not liking you guys tonight.
Oh no!
Bro,
He
can we
says,
borrow yesterday's dice?
I have this bag that I would part with. And he like holds it out and it's this, in his hand it's about the size of like a nickel to a regular human's hand. And he just kind of holds it out.
It's the size of a nickel.
Well, to him, like in scale to his hand.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
regular
I was
bag.
like, to our hand, I'd be like, "What do you want us to make a little top hat for his junk?" Like,
No, in scale to the Cyclops' hand.
I have to ask, how much armor class would a top hat for Lex's junk provide?
-1. Because it would just give people a target to hit.
and -5 to charisma as well.
It's not a very flattering hat.
Okay, well,
Let's see if I've got a better. Do I have a better table for stuff?
They have a table of useful things.
I have a table for treasure drops, which is what I'm using, but the table apparently like.
I mean, let's be fair. He's rolling for a table for items, but it's also Lexus, so it's going to be like bad luck every time.
That's fair. Oh,
Just go to
I have loot
IKEA,
drops
get a rolling
with
table.
Nothing in it.
That was bad. That was a bad joke.
that
I'm
was
sorry.
really
Actually-
bad.
That was bad, and I feel bad. I'm sorry. I'm gonna take that back.
No, don't take it back.
No, I have to. I just feel gross now.
You should. I mean,
You
I just-
feel
I
dirty.
actually completely missed whatever the comment was.
He said to just go to IKEA.
An
Maybe double
IKEA rolling
tape.
table.
Yeah.
Oh, you repeated my sins. No.
Sorry, I'm a bad priest.
I'm not making a joke about bad touches. Swear.
I mean, you kind of just did.
Yeah.
I gotta get better at that. Yo, well, for real, if it is another deck of many things, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
It's not. It's just not very helpful either. So I'm trying to find something that works a little bit, might work a little bit better.
That would be helpful, but not quite helpful.
No, it's
like
something
when-
that would actually be useful instead of what was rolled were 2 vials of poison and an empty vial made out of wing bone. Like, that's not super helpful to anybody at the moment. And I put you guys through quite a lot, so I'm gonna actually. Oh, you know what I can do? Give me a second. Let me go run and grab a book. I'll be right back.
Oh, jeez.
A book, a book, a book! Yay!
Look of many things.
So just because the way he was talking, the Cyclops, I was just thinking. I put in chat. Please let him be a bard.
You're gonna
don't
make
know
him be a
why.
sing?
And just because of that, I just now came up with like a two-headed giant that could be a bard. That sounds like Tenacious D.
Backup character.
The only thing that popped in my head, I don't know why, but all I could imagine was the owl from Winnie the Pooh, high as fuck.
What, my Cyclops voice?
Yeah.
No, it's so I grabbed the inspiration for him is the rock biter from Neverending Story.
Oh God.
He's such a nice guy, though.
They look like
Well,
such
apparently
big,
this
strong
guy-
hands, don't they? And now I'm
Oh,
sad.
that was sad. Now I'm sad. Great.
Why you do? It's bad enough we're in Chult. Now you do this.
Alright, let's see. This is not helping.
How would the party feel about a backup character being a bugbear?
Sure. Rojan.
I killed one of those
Since
once.
we're doing this for you, give
Yes.
me a D20.
A D20, you say?
Yep. 11. Okay. And give me another D20. 5.
Yes. Sorry.
And one more D20.
Not sorry.
Or D12,
Wow.
excuse me, D12.
Not sorry. He's
I'll just,
D12?
I'll just take that 10. That's fine. Or, let's see. Now I have a 10 or a 7.
Meanie.
You're gonna get like decision fatigue any second now.
Alright. So he reaches into his bag and rummages around for a minute. And he pulls out this dusty leather set of armor. He's like, I do have this, if it would buy me a night by your fire.
I'm just gonna look at Lexus and be like, that look okay to you?
It's better than this. I look over to Javaria, seeing as how she's now like official group leader.
Not intentionally.
No,
So what
this
do you
is-
say, Mom? Can you stay the night?
This is gonna be the thing now. Every time we make a decision, we have to promise to always make sure that it's okay with freaking Mags.
Oh God! Don't do that to me. I'll go get wood for the fire, and she just kind of starts trudging off and picking up branches.
Yay, friends! Hopping around.
Okay.
I will say though, Lex, I am sorry to say goodbye to your ankles.
I know
They're very
they. Yeah, it's what happens when you work on a farm your whole life.
Scandalous.
So you're putting it on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
And it's totally not cursed.
When the
So-
GM asks, "Are you wearing
When-
the armor?" Or are you
When
just...
I have a 10 armor class, it's worth the risk.
So it's studded leather armor.
Okay.
To update your AC. And when you slide it on, it feels a little bit loose for a moment, and then it seems to adjust itself, and it sits the way that it should. And you hear this little voice go, to have a body again.
Oh no.
Oh,
Wait, can you make it skin tight instead?
Guys, it's talking to me.
What's talking to you?
My armor.
Can we
Armor's
hear
not
it,
talking
or
to
is
me.
it just in his
You can
head?
hear it.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna probably burst out laughing and just be like, I can't catch a break. Like everything bad always happens to you, and I'm just gonna like start crying. Like I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is too good. This is too good.
Well, I went from a 10 to a 12.
Hey, better than nothing. Now you got a BFF.
Hey, I mean, if you want to be naked, you can just run around the jungle naked for all I care. But I'm glad to have a body back. You know how long I've been stuffed in that musty bag with that Cyclops? It's terrible.
No, how long?
Like, literally a day.
Oh, Yeah,
It's
that
the
can be a
worst
long
day of my life.
life. How old are you?
Thank you for feeding our mimic and keeping it alive. Appreciate that, sir.
What must you do to collect my feathers?
So, what do I call you, seeing as how you are now attached to my body?
Bob the Bandolier.
Bob the Bandolier. I'm marking this down in my
No, I'm done. No,
I'm done with you, MPS.
I'm so done.
So, Bob, how'd you become a talking piece of armor?
Well,
How about nonchalant this is?
you see how back in the day, like 2 weeks ago, an adventurer got cursed by one of these snake people. Something about Nagas and Medusa. I can't. They all look the same to me. And his skin got turned into his skin or his armor. So me and my consciousness in the armor, and it was a whole ordeal.
So, I'm literally wearing the skin of a human being.
What'd you think leather was?
Good, fair point.
What was
Could have
the
gone a totally different way. Could have been Crest.
what
They just
was the
kinda-
name of the adventurer that you came from?
Probably Bob.
Why do you think my name's Bob the Bandolier?
I kind of lean over to Five and it's like, and it's studded.
He must have had rippling pectorals to be studded leather. Or he must have come from a hunk band.
It's a stud.
He came from a hunk band.
A hunk rock band.
He could have just had like some kind of birth defect with like 20 nipples or something.
Hey, I don't go around talking about your nipples.
Five starts like looking at this.
Yeah, you don't have any. See how you like it.
Like very much. Never cold.
Oh my god. Can we take our first break, please?
Yeah, we'll take our first break.
Okay.
You guys,
I need more whiskey.
you guys that are hanging out and being subjugated to Bob the Bandolier.
Yeah, Alexis is now wearing a guy named Bob.
I don't apologize for any of it. Hopefully you're enjoying it.
Though it feels
Or
really
now
good.
Bob's sideshow.
We're gonna get up and stretch legs and do all that good fun stuff. We'll be back here in about 5 minutes or so. Thanks for hanging out.
Bob King of Nipples.
All right, we are back. Welcome back, everybody.
Boy, it's like the dragon from Skyrim.
Yeah, you're gonna sound like Parthenax, basically.
It is cold as hell outside right now.
It'll be
Oh wait, why am I looking at my window like I'm in California? What do you mean? It's freaking warm out there. Oh wait, no.
So, Bob says, now that introductions have been made, how's you all doing?
We're doing great, and I just want to let you know we're going back for more snake people, so you're in luck.
Fantastic. Well, while we're on the road, I just wanted to let you know I do know some history of a far off place that I'd be happy to share with you. It's a place called New Jersey. You ever heard of it?
I'm just gonna kind of shake my head and start like preparing my dagger meal for tonight.
What, you never heard of New Jersey?
I've heard of it.
Have you?
Yeah, my cousin Rizzo's in New Jersey.
That's fantastic. You ever been to that pizza place down by the water?
Oh come on, I got
Yeah,
the
Giorgiano's. I've been there before.
Yeah, they hide bodies out there.
No.
Why is my armor from Jersey?
It's Chalk, don't
It seemed
question
like a
it.
good idea at the time. But for real, if you ever need some questions asked, I'll try to keep to myself, not disturb you too much. But if you need some information, I'm happy to help.
Can he like
you
whisper
can-
to only Rojan? I mean, to only Lex, or
No, this is as quiet as I get. What are you talking about?
answered my question.
Oh God!
If you ever do want to actually have an advantage on your history checks, you can consult Bob in character, and he will be happy to help you.
Okay.
Okay.
Lex,
Yes.
I don't want to alarm you, but technically he's touching your junk.
Hey, he's touching my junk too. This is mutual junk touching here.
I mean, he's got a point. I mean, he is touching my junk, but at the same time, I'm wearing him.
I'm just gonna be
And
like
he's kind of handsy. I'll have you know.
I'm gonna start poking the armor.
just kind of eating my meal, and I'm gonna look over at him, and I'm just like, it's not weird unless you like it, and then I'm just gonna keep eating.
Well, maybe I do. I mean, you only get one purpose as a suit of armor, that's to be touched and to prevent people from being touched.
I'm gonna go hunt something, and she just slinks off and fucking away.
I'm like poking the armor.
Hey, you gotta pay for that.
Do you eat,
No, I'm armor. What am I gonna eat?
Lex?
Why?
No, that's weird. What the hell's wrong with you, kid?
He's armor, not a mimic.
Oh.
Talking about eating people. What are you, a cannibal?
I'm Craig.
Talking meat is meat.
Yeah, you're talking meat.
No, I'm Fives.
No, you're talking meat. Look around,
Go on,
kid.
Fives.
We're all talking meat. Except me. I'm talking skin.
And I'm just gonna say right now, all this is doing is reminding me of Carl Bertana Lenalewski from Conan Exile when we played with Hunter. Because he was from Jersey too.
Listen, this guy here, what's your name? I forgot your name, kid.
Which one?
You.
Lexus.
Look, Lex, I'm gonna call you Lex. Lex can touch my junk. None of you others can touch my junk. That's weird.
Can I like
No!
side eye? I'm gonna go over to the Cyclops' bag and kind of like start pecking at it and looking at it.
Is the armor not armor?
No,
Well,
it's
it's
good.
technically armor.
Okay, then we share the fire for the evening. I will be on my way in the morning. I must resume my trek back home.
Where's home?
Snapping Turtle Bay.
Are there snapping turtles?
Yes, hence the name. It'd be kind of silly if there weren't.
What's a bay?
It's a big, wide ocean with a little inlet in the land.
Oh.
Hey, guy! The armor starts yelling at the Cyclops. You need to clean that bag. It smells in there. He's not very nice, armor, but he'll do.
Kind of dusty.
Do what?
Don't ask questions.
This
you don't
armor
wanna
is
know
going to get the
answer
group
to.
in so much trouble. I'm just telling you right now.
Rep your sneak checks.
Hey, who's sneaking? You got sneakers? You selling sneakers? How'd you get sneakers all the way from Jersey here?
Hey, Mac, you want to buy a sundial?
You selling sundials too? What else you got over there?
You just imagine. I can imagine if Lex opens up like the breastplate of the armor, there's a bunch of Rolexes and shit hanging.
Hey, you buying? I know a guy.
I know a guy got some fell off the truck.
Where's?
Yeah. You heard about that too, right? Just right out in the middle of the daylight, fell off the back of the truck.
Imp, does this armor have mob connections?
Maybe.
Such thing as the mafia.
Wait, oh, who said mafia? Nobody said mafia.
No.
Those aren't words you can just throw around like that, you know? There are consequences to saying words like that.
All right, I'm good. Who's got first watch?
I guess I'll take first watch.
Yeah, you gotta do some bonding with Bob.
You want to watch?
No.
Watches? Yeah, I got watches. What kind of watch you need?
Not like you're getting any sleep.
I go into the Queen's tent. My tent was destroyed. I'm
Hey,
bunking up.
doesn't look like you're getting any sleep either.
Ew.
The cloak of Stevie.
All right, so you all bed down for the night. And Rojan, you take a first watch.
Yeah.
All right, give me a D100. So
Nice.
Wonderful.
your watch is I can't say quiet because the whole night Bob's just talking to you about his business ideas. He's got this scheme where like he will hire other people to sell things for him, and then you can get on the ground floor of it. You can sell things, and then you recruit other people to sell things for you. It'll be
It's a
perfect.
Ponzi scheme.
Dude, he's gonna
Pyramid
run a
scheme.
fence.
Pyramid scheme.
Oh
sorry.
my god. See, I'm not even gonna be the mob boss. I'm gonna be wearing the mob boss.
You're the patsy.
Hey, when the
Love
cops come,
that.
I was never here. Okay, I was never here. But seriously, you got 4 of the people there. If you get them to sell these shakes for you, and then they pay you as a finder's fee, you could be making all kinds of money. And then they could recruit other people to sell these shakes for them. It'll be perfect.
First steps first, Bob. We gotta get off of Schultz.
Nah,
There's
Joe's
no
got people.
business.
You just sell things to people on Chult. It's fine.
The business doesn't flow here. The merchant princes have everything under their thumbs.
Nah, see what you do is you just recruit one of the merchant princes, right? Because they're already established. They already have that network.
Not trust me. It sounds like this idea would be better suited for something like Boulder's Gate.
You've been there? I've heard it's a nice place. I heard they're very welcoming.
Well, welcoming if you like knives in the back.
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, I don't have a back anymore, so it doesn't matter to me. But I'll
Well,
keep the
it's
knives out
knives
of your
in
back,
my
so it's
back.
fine. We'll do that. It's fine. But yeah, he chatters on for 4 hours.
Okay.
About Ponzi schemes and all kinds of fun stuff. It's the most annoying and entertaining watch you've ever had.
Bob is probably the least worst thing that's happened to Lex since he set foot on this island.
This is unfortunately true.
Who's taking second watch?
I'll take second watch.
Okay.
And I'm so happy I asked the Cyclops if he had any armor for Lex.
Go ahead and give me a D100.
Okie dokie. No more vines.
Please, no more vines. No more tentacled anything
That's
from
the
you.
right thing I wanted. That's the right thing. Give me a perception check.
Okie doke. And I'm proficient. Not that it matters.
So you're walking around camp, keeping an eye on things like you do when you're on watch, and you notice that your rations bag or your provisions bag is moving, seemingly of its own volition.
Alright. Cool. I'm going to grab it and try to see what's under it.
So you pick it up, and nothing's under it, but you realize the bag itself is still writhing.
Alright, well, I'm going to check inside my bag and see if anything's gotten into it.
You open the bag and look in and notice that there are hundreds of centipedes just crawling around on the inside of the bag. They begin to crawl up out of the bag and onto your hand.
Tossing that bitch on the fire.
Okay. Just like, nope, done with this. Fuck all the rations and everything else in it.
Too many legs. Too many legs.
Fair enough.
That was the correct decision.
Who's taking third watch?
I'll do it.
Go for it. Give me a D100.
Blarp.
I need
Woohoo! Arbitrarily means nothing. Unless all the really bad shit's at the highest number.
Hang on, I gotta go find a thing.
Oh, if that thing is a token, I'm gonna be so pissed.
It's not.
Oh, thank God.
I gotta decide if I'm giving you something. Hang on.
I've already angered the party enough as it is with all of my shenanigans.
Yeah, alright, you can have it. So you're walking around the camp, and the glint of the campfire catches something that seems to have fallen out of the Cyclops' bag.
Ooh! A shiny.
Just fell off of the truck right there in the middle of the road.
Just
Right,
fell off
yeah,
the
shiny. What's the thing?
Trying to find. Hang on, I'm gonna drop it in your character sheet, and I will let you determine how much information you want to give.
Under equipment?
Yeah, it is under equipment.
Ooh.
Does that actually link you to it?
No, it doesn't because we have the old school ones, but I can look it up in the compendium.
Yeah. That's the best way to do it.
Oh. Do I know what the word is?
Give me a perception check.
Is it if bird is the word?
So scribbled onto the side of it are these runes that begin to shift and morph as you look at them until they finally kind of rearrange themselves into words that you can read. And I'll let you pick the word.
Ek.
Okay.
Happy days. I saunter on over to the item in question and I just pocket that son of a bitch.
Okay. Alright, who's taking last watch?
I'll take it.
Alright. Give me a D100. So during your watch, the rain that had been pouring down all evening clears up, and the sky clears to just some light, wispy clouds. But along with the disappearance of the rain is the disappearance of any sounds from the jungle. You no longer hear any birds. You no longer hear anything moving in the underbrush. It just kind of goes oddly quiet.
Is this something I have experienced in the jungle at any point before?
No.
There's no
I-
fog, right?
There's
Well-
not.
Probably stay in the camp, but be on higher alert.
Okay. Okay, it's a quiet watch, uneasily so because of the lack of sound of birds or creatures. But nothing happens.
I don't trust that, but okay.
Okay. So you guys get up in the morning, and the Cyclops looks down to the 5 of you, 6 of you now with Bob included. He says, "I would like to thank you for sharing your camp with me. If you could build a fire, I would be happy to provide you with breakfast."
Fives likes breakfast. I'm gonna build a fire.
He pulls out from his sack a cast iron skillet that's about as big around as a building.
Jesus.
It will have to be a big fire.
Help.
I will go kind of into the jungle around the camp and use my greatsword to cut down some giant logs.
Okay, give me a strength check.
Yes.
All right, yeah, no
And I
problem.
do have the powerful build as well.
Okay. So after about an hour, Wolf's lead was out chopping down trees and bringing them back and stacking them in like the log cabin kind of style. And Fives lights it on fire, somehow avoiding lighting himself on fire. And the Cyclops pulls
Miracles
his fan
happen.
out, places it on top, and begins to. He reaches into his bag and pulls out an egg that's about as big as Fives is. And he cracks it on the side of the skillet and cooks up the egg. Adds in some strips of meat. You're not gonna really ask where he got them from because these things are bigger than you are. And he chops it up and dishes it out to each of you. Go ahead and give yourselves all a point of inspiration.
Yay.
And then he packs everything up, slings his bag back over his shoulder, holding it by the tree, and says, "Thank you once again," and just kind of continues on into the jungle, going southwest.
Okie dokie.
All right, and you
Shift
guys
time?
camped out on the edge of the river. Do you want to figure out a way down the river? Do you want to cross it and go into the jungle? How do you guys want to handle this?
What would be the fastest way to get to the, or what do we think is the fastest way to get to the airship?
Straight line.
Yeah, the airship was south, where the river is running southwest. And from what you could see from Mambala, the river kind of takes a more westerly direction than southerly.
So we just cross the river here then and just keep trucking south? Like from, from where we were on Mambala looking straight, it seems like we went south and then we're just gonna like the other south and
No, it was pretty much a direct straight southern shot from
how strong does the current of the river look?
Where you are right now, it's actually pretty strong. It may slow further down the river. You can't really tell. But where you are right now, it's got a pretty strong current.
And there are no signs of like bridges or anything like that?
Not where you are now.
How wide is it again? I'm sorry.
Let's see where you guys are right now. It is probably it's about 10 miles. Yeah, about 10 miles wide.
Jesus, it's a freaking big ass river.
Well, let's cut that down. Actually, looking at it, it's probably because one of these is 10 miles. One of the hexes is 10 miles. Where you are right now, it is let's call it 2 miles.
Okay, I was gonna say like this is the River Nile. Like I can't see the other coast.
Well, even 2 miles, if the current is fairly strong, us all getting over successfully might still be a feat.
Yeah. Quite the pickle.
Well, let's continue on down the river until we can find a means to cross it without, possibly drowning.
Or running into a van.
Works for me.
Okay. We all get the long rest, yes?
Yeah. That little choice pops up. You can attempt to ford the river. You can attempt to chalk your wagon and float across.
We all die of dysentery.
That's right. Shouldn't have made fun of Terry.
Somebody dies of snake bite. Crest.
right.
Crest.
Hey, he's lived through 2 of them so far.
Well, it
Lived is not-
wasn't bite. It was poison spit.
So are you guys walking down the bank of the river trying to look for a place to cross, or are you getting in and like trying to figure out canoe situation, or how are you doing this?
I think we're just going to proceed down the river, down the coast.
Just walking
south,
down the bank of the river?
yeah, southwardly until it like finds something. Maybe a bunch of like dinosaur beavers or something have dammed it up.
Okay.
Pesterides.
How quickly are we moving?
I'd say normal again because we're not in like really any rush.
Okay.
Tra-la-la-la-la.
All right, and so that is where you end up for the day. Let me grab my book real quick.
Oh no! I just realized we're getting close to one of those Atas.
Ata.
Oh, we've already been there.
No,
Ata.
Haven't we? Or it's just exposed?
it's
Never
just
mind.
exposed.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think at the start we were given a map that kind of had some locations marked on it.
Oh, that's right.
Because previous explorers and blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
One day, mwahaha. One day.
One day, wahaha.
Okay.
First Camp Wahaha, then Fort Ahoy Hoy.
So
I
as
wonder-
you're
The Atas.
as you're walking the bank of the river, you notice that the river begins to kind of drop down below you as you're walking along. What begin to rise up into the air is cliffs, as if the river is kind of carved out its home in these rocks over many years.
How far apart are these rocks from one, like these like cliffs as you call them, from one another?
Well, so the river is running between 2 cliffs now, so they're 2 miles apart on either side of the river.
Oh, okay. Well, that gets that nixes the idea of jumping across.
Has the current seemed to slow down any, or is it still about at the same pace?
It's actually looking like it speeds up.
Hmm.
Bleh.
Is there no way we can cross this feckin' river?
I mean, if I was still a protector, Asimar, I could have flown you guys across, but I don't have wings anymore.
If ifs and buts were candy and nuts, I forgot how the rest of this thing goes.
Then Schultz would have still killed us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, unless you guys want to backtrack.
Are there any really tall trees nearby?
I mean, you're in a jungle, so yes.
Something that we could
I'll
fell.
try.
Can we fell a tree?
Ah, I see where you're going. Give me a D100. Let's find out.
Let's find out. 1, 2, 3. 67.
Yeah, there
Should have
is.
been 2 more.
Like Fives hops on over to Wolf and kind of like, hey,
Little bird.
could you Fives? Could you cut down that?
How wide is the tree that he's pointing to?
I don't know. Let's call it 6 foot diameter.
Yeah, I think Wolf would probably kind of eye it up a bit, then give a bit of a huff and be like, "No problem."
No problem. All right.
Got this.
So
Is it a reason you want me to cut it down?
yeah, we cut down tree. You cut down tree. We tie rope to tree. and we use tree to cross river.
Sure.
If Javari is okay with it. I'm like looking over at her.
Gotta check with mom.
She's just got this look on her face. It's like, I'm not sure. Oh. It's fine.
Okay, blessing of great leader. We should go.
And how wide was the gap? Did you say?
So there's a point where it does kind of narrow. It's still like a good 100 yards, but you can lug the tree over to that area to cross.
All right. Sounds like a plan. 5s.
Yeah.
And I will kind of trudge over to the tree and start hacking at it with my greatsword.
I am going to tie rope around the top. So I'm going to scale the tree as he's hacking it, which is totally fine.
Okay.
We got this, no problem.
Yeah, we got this. We got this, guys.
Just remember,
Right.
when it's falling, it's not the Prometheus school of running away from things. Go
No, sideways.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ride that. I'm gonna cowboy hat and just ride it all the way down.
Good.
No, Mags, you can't.
You're
can't.
gonna give Javaria a heart attack.
Dude, what I'm thinking, and just to clarify, what I'm thinking is, as he's hacking, we can like pull on it to make sure we can direct where it's gonna fall.
Okay.
As you do when you cut down any tree and don't want it to like fall on your
Yeah.
house or your car or something.
Exactly.
Yeah. Give me a survival
I can-
check.
Who, me or him?
Whoever's pulling the tree down.
Oh, I was just jumping up to the top and, tying the rope around.
Okay.
So we need people down on the bottom to pull it.
Yep, I'll assist, and if anybody
Yep.
wants to,
Yeah, I'm proficient with it, so
There you go.
so am I. So we should be good.
Okay. Yeah, the 24's. 24 is fine.
What is with these dice?
They're trying to scare you.
What the fuck is these dice?
it's like all of a sudden the tree lands on Samoya.
It's like pick one, crits or fails.
Woo!
Yeah, you've conditioned me to do that.
So, you guys spend about an hour and a half getting the tree felled and set up as a makeshift bridge across these cliffs. How are you guys crossing? Are you like one at a time, as a group? How are you doing this?
It's a 6 foot wide tree. I'm pretty sure I think we'll be okay.
We may want to do the rope trick again and tie it to ourselves. That way, if somebody falls into the water, we still have the ability to save them before they go over.
And are there any rocks around?
Yeah, actually the rocks are kind of odd. They're spiked and kind of porous, but there are some rocks around. Yeah.
Okay, because I'd probably want to get a couple of them and kind of do like a door stopper on either side of the tree to make sure it doesn't like roll.
Okay.
Wait, porous?
Yeah.
Porous how?
They have holes in them.
No, like porous like volcanic rock or porous like coral or?
How much does Fives know about nature?
We should
Not a
we
whole
should ask
lot
Bob.
in it. We should ask Bob. Bob?
Is it a Jersey rock?
It's a Jersey rock.
I believe those are called rats.
Skaven.
Oh my Jesus.
So, are you asking Bob?
No, I don't want to talk to Bob. He won't stop replying.
Hey,
If
Bob.
no.
Bob, what's up with the rocks?
All right, let me see these rocks. Hang on. Let me take a look. Hold one up. I can't see. About where your nipples are, it would be fine.
I just turn and face a rock.
Does he have eyes where his
you know-
nipples are supposed to be now?
You know, I was at this aquarium one time out in Jersey, and they had these beautiful tanks just full of fish. Not your normal supermarket fish. None of that trout and salmon stuff. These are like, they were like yellow. I mean, how many times you see a yellow fish? But anyway, I digress. So in this tank, they got these yellow fish, and there's an octopus in there. Have you seen those things? They got like 12 legs. It's insane.
8.
No, it's 12. I swear I counted. Anyway, in there with the 12 legs and the yellow fish, there was this rock that looked like that.
Guess what
Do you
it's
know
called?
what? Do you know what the rock is called?
Carl. Is
Carl?
that kid from that show?
Carl.
Carl from 3rd grade.
Carl. His dad was crying it all the time. It was a pain in the ass. It got annoying.
Oh my god. They're like real
Carl!
dumb. So hard I'm hitting that
Carl!
fourth wall.
Yeah, that stuff.
Gotcha. Apparently, it's called coral.
So remember when Fives almost fell off boat?
No, I wasn't there. Oh, you're not talking
Not you, Bob.
Oh, all right.
Yes,
all
I remember when you almost fell off the boat.
Coral is sharp.
Okay.
We should take some.
Do you
Fives
want to
will
climb?
take some.
You want to climb the water and take some?
It's on the edge of the water, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's up where we are because I used some to stabilize the tree, or attempt to rather.
I gotta stop reading chat because it's making me laugh way too goddamn much. Can Fives take some?
Sure. Yeah, there's chunks of it laying around.
Cool. Ooh, I'm just gonna add. Excuse me. I'm just gonna add in here. Let's see, like 3 spike-sized shards of coral.
Okay.
Sweet. Okay.
So, are you guys crossing one at a time or as a group?
Go together.
Yeah, I think we should do the assembly line thing where we're all tied together with a piece of rope,
Yep.
Nah, let's just conga.
and I'll be in the back because if everyone falls off, I'll still be able to hold them up.
Overconfident, aren't you?
Well, when it comes to moving things, carrying things, and holding things, I have the strength of a large creature.
He eats 5 dozen eggs.
His name is now Gustavo.
Yes.
Alright.
No.
Okay.
So you guys get across, and it's, you know, the log is wet from being thrown across the river. The water's just kind of splashing against it. And as you get about halfway across, you see some figures move at the end of the tree,
No.
in the direction that you're moving.
No, we don't.
And you see one of them, like, his foot kind of testing the tree because it's, you know, it narrows down at the end. And it's a little bit lighter at that side, and he's kind of rocking it a little bit. And you can feel the tree kind of shifting under your feet.
Oh, you little.
And then looking back over your shoulders, you see 2 more standing there, just kind of at the base of the tree, on top of it with their arms crossed. You see a bow slung over one of their shoulders, and swords kind of hanging down by the side of the other one.
Who the fuck is this guy? Sorry.
Wait, who are you, Bob now?
Sorry, I'm having a
It's
like
just-
a
it's
character
like-
crisis, okay?
It's all of a sudden we just now become like Goodfellas.
Like, wait, do we know we gotta pay the toll? We ain't get no rolls?
There is no toll. This is our bridge. We made it.
I've been to this part of Skyrim before.
You should never have come here.
What are you Outlanders doing here? No, wait, I'm not. These are not New Jersey
I
weretypes.
was about to be like, are they from Jersey too? Maybe they know Bob.
I gotta get rid of that accent. I have the hardest time doing that. Like, if I grab an accent and start talking it, like,
I said everybody
to
talks that
dropping
way.
it takes forever.
Yeah,
it's like everybody in this part of Schultz from Jersey.
Yeah, we reached that part of Chult.
So you hear a growl emanate from one of them. What are you Outlanders doing out here? That's still too much Jersey.
It's fine. It's okay.
Crossing the river. Get out of the way.
Yeah, I mean, that should be apparent. We are crossing the river.
To what end?
That one.
Whatever end we
That
decide.
end.
No shit, Sherlock. Why?
Because
Because most of us can't swim. We're not fish.
He starts rocking the tree a little harder. That's good to know. Thanks for telling me that.
I'm gonna rush him.
So
We're all
you're
tied together.
So you're Russian
Yeah.
now?
But I mean, like, I'm probably just dangling. But I'm making my intentions known. I wish to attack the guy. I
so
don't have very much-
you're about 50 yards from him.
Yeah, I can make that.
I don't think you're upset long.
Hide to the rest of the group.
Yeah, I can. Can I shoot him? I don't want to talk anymore.
You can
Two
try to shoot
people.
him if you'd like.
Yes, I would like to shoot him.
All right.
But before Five shoots them, can you
150 feet.
describe these guys? What do they look like?
Yeah, they're. One of them is the one with the bow on either end is on standing up on his two legs, but he's striped like a tiger. His ears looks like a tiger. The one beside him, a little more hunched over, not quite as tall, snout and with tusks like curling out of his mouth, and cloven feet.
Thing.
So, like, where animals?
No, they're animals.
Don't be cute.
Yeah,
can't help that.
He's adorable.
I kind of, Lexus kind of shares the let's just skip the talking of this. I think he's going to move to like cut Fives free.
Hey,
Cut me loose.
I'd be real careful with your moves there. You don't want to end up in the drink. They're from Jersey. Fuck it.
There is no drink, just river.
And like, okay, if they're from Jersey, I hear the accent. I'm like, Bob, you know these guys?
Now, what you? That's racist. You think I know everybody just because I'm from Jersey? What's wrong with you?
They sound
God.
like they're from Jersey. I thought you may have known them.
No.
you know,
You people.
I know most people from
people.
where I'm from.
Were you from a small town? Jersey's a whole state. Are you calling Jersey small? We'll fight. I'll 1v1 you right now.
Whoa! You're supposed to be protecting me.
That is details. We'll figure it out.
Well, I think.
Hey, you bird guy, put me on. Let's fight him.
Wait, Jesus.
I can't, Impious. I just really can't. All right? I'm trying really hard. I've had a long weekend.
I'm gonna say like some of the silliness from yesterday's game like has just carried over.
It's forever now.
Fine.
No, I'm dead serious. I'm gonna draw back the crossbow. And I'm gonna fire at the. I'm assuming that cat is the one talking to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot at him.
All right. Yeah, go for it.
Wham.
That's the wrong one. So yeah, it catches him in his shoulder, and he looks at it.
3 shots.
Okay.
Boop boop boop. Boop.
So the three of them like pepper him kind of over in his shoulder. He looks at you and just snarls, and you see the wereboar jump off of the end of the tree as the tiger gives it a good hard kick. Stubs his toe.
And then breaks his foot.
Breaks his foot.
Accidentally kicks a rock instead.
He didn't botch. He just stubbed his toe.
Oh, I don't think I had my token selected.
Oopsie doodles.
All right, Lexus.
All right.
You can't move more than 5 feet, by the way. Because
The
you're
hell I
tied.
can't.
You're tied to everybody.
The hell I can't.
Look here, sassy pants.
Also, this
I'm
is
cut-
not to scale because they are 150 feet away from you.
They're 150 feet away from me.
Yep, in either direction.
It's not to scale.
Not to scale at all. I'm just trying to fit it on the screen.
Remember, it was a really fucking big tree.
It was 100 yards across where you guys crossed. So roughly 50 yards either direction, roughly 150 feet either direction to get to them.
Well, I think what I'm going to do
Right? Just to
Uh,
clarify.
for my action is I'm going to free myself from this rope.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move the extent of my movement of 30 feet.
Okay.
So I don't know how many circles or how many squares that's going to be.
Let me see if I can adjust the measurements. Hang on, let me figure out. This is 1, 2,
Because
3,
from where I am and the where Boar is 35 feet
14. So
in either way.
should be 20 feet per square. Sorry, I'm figuring this out in my head. 20.
Oh, dang it. I didn't. All right, never mind. I won't retcon. I'll wait for later.
Did that did not. That did the opposite of what I wanted it to do. Hang on. Oh, that's because I hit the wrong thing. There we go. That's the one I wanted to hit. There we go. Now it should be right. Yeah, it's roughly right.
Okay. Well,
Should be about right.
I can do that.
All right. Samoya.
All right. Well, I'm probably
so,
going.
Javaria, you are no longer tied to the rest of the party either.
So it's just Javaria tied to Lexus.
Yep.
Right?
Unless Lexus cut both ends of the rope.
No, I freed myself from both ends.
Okay.
Okay.
Okie dokie. Well, since I'm guessing it's these ones to the left of us that are trying to like kick the tree so we fall on the
Nope.
skinny end.
One's to the
Wait,
right.
which way is the way we're supposed to be crossing here?
To
You're
the
going
right, I
this
imagine.
direction.
Okay, yeah, that's
Oh,
the way
okay.
I'm
All
going.
right, to the right. Okay. All right. So then I'm going to use my first attack to attack this jerk face.
The cat or the pig?
The cat.
Yes! Focus fire.
That'll hit. So minus 13.
Okay. And how close together are they standing?
They're on either side of the tree at this point, actually, because they're not actually on the tree. So they're about like that.
Okay.
They're, I guess, well, with this distance thing, they're probably like this, actually. So they're about 5 feet,
Okay.
because they're both
Alright, well-
at the end of the tree, so yeah, that's fine.
In that case, then I'm going to then attack the boar with the horde breaker thing. With the bow as well.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh,
Well-
damn!
Very nice. Very, very nice. And then I'm going to use my second attack to attack the cat again. Oh god.
Oh, my heart.
Yeah, I saw the one and I was like, somebody's gonna die.
Okay.
And that's gonna be it for me because Kit can't move far enough to attack it, so she'll just probably hang out with me for now.
Alright, Wolf's lead.
So I think Wolf's attention probably immediately turned to the ones that are behind us. And he's starting to kind of work himself up into a huff. And he kind of looks over his shoulder at Fives to basically look for direction.
Attack those guys.
Which ones are you pointing to?
Yes.
Them's guys. Always looking forward, never backwards. Backwards is for losers. Forwards is for winners.
Okay.
Thank you, Coach Fives.
Okay. So what he's gonna do is he's going to, with his greatsword in one hand, he's gonna scoop up Fives with the other hand.
Woohoo!
Bring the sword down to cut the rope between Fives and Samoya, and then use his movement to go, I guess,
Oh, the cat
maybe
go.
like that far.
Bring me closer. I
What-
want to hit him with
What's
the
his movement
sword.
speed?
30.
Yeah, you're gonna get about
You like-
this far. Yeah.
As far as he can get.
Wait,
I am
how do you make it to where you're?
You hold Alt, and then you end up not being snapped to the grid.
Interesting.
Fives.
From my mighty steed, I'm assuming that I clambered up and I'm sitting on his shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
At which point I'm gonna rest my crossbow on his head. And now that I have a proper move, first action is to reload it, since I have to.
Mm-hmm.
Second action is to fire it at the same were-tiger.
Okay.
3 shots.
A hit.
All right, and I didn't do it last time, so I'm not going to recon or anything, but I am using the bonus action for Kensei shot.
Okay.
So on the 3 hits, I have to do an additional 1d4.
Okay.
So that's 1, 2, 3.
God, just pincushion this guy.
He was mean as hell and
Just
threatening
give
and
me a
aggressive.
D12.
I'll just give you a d12. Boop.
If it comes up below 3, it'll just be 3. Okay. 23, 31, 38. Nice.
Papel.
Javaria.
The entire time, just like just yelling, Ramboing.
This is the only thing I have that's gonna reach that far. Wait, where?
Are you gonna use the staff as a boomerang?
I was thinking of sharpening the end of it and using it as a javelin.
No, because you would still only hit us.
Wash your face.
That's all she's gonna hit anyway, don't worry.
Alright, no, I'm gonna use my sling. Oh my god, this is gonna reach. Don't look! Oh!
You should have looked.
No!
But why?
¿Por qué?
Porque.
Be gentle, Impius.
God damn it, Tiny.
It's just gonna hit Bob now.
Give me a dexterity saving throw, Lexus.
I love
You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
A dex saving throw, you say?
You,
Great, because I have that great 0 bonus of dexterity here. Yeah, 8 or 3. Take your choice.
So you're running, got your sword drawn, got Bob shouting battle cries at you. Mostly in the form of dirty jokes. And all of a sudden, just slam, a stone hits you in your head as you're running by Javaria. And you have enough time to look at her and give her the "what the fuck was that for" look before you realize that you're losing your grip, your footing on the side of the side of the log and go into the water.
so is he officially in the water or falling into the water?
He is in the water and quickly moving away from the log.
Good thing that Bob is not metal.
So the
Upload.
this were-tiger is holding his action for the moment. This one here, I'm going to mark him so I make sure I remember that he held his action. We'll do that. The werebore back here in the back is really just kind of holding his position. You could see him just kind of standing there on guard, making sure that you don't rush back. The were-tiger, on the other hand, in the background, pulls his bow and draws, and fires at Fives.
I'm gonna try to catch it
All right.
or deflect missile. If I crit, I catch it.
Nope.
Okay, so I don't catch it.
I will say you deflect it. That's fine. And the next one,
I literally just put my hand up like that backwards and just no.
you just knock it out of the air. The were-tiger, seeing that happen, aims lower for Wolf's lead this time.
Oh, rude. Very rude. I think it probably gets him like right between the shoulders, but he doesn't even notice because he's just concentrated on sprinting forward with Fives.
Okay. This time the werebore and the were-tiger at the front of the tree, working together, lift the tree and drop it into the river.
This is a very heavy tree.
It is. They're working together, so they're gonna have advantage. They have the same strength, so it doesn't matter who picks it up.
Damn.
That'll work. And they grab it and they lift and they toss. Just that quick lift and heave, and you all go into the water. The were-tiger and the werebore at the back, jumping off as the log rolls into the water, streaming, chasing you down the river after you. On the good news, Lexus isn't in the water by himself.
Can we grab at the
It would be nice if we had a
log?
water elemental.
I know what happened to that guy.
Yeah, something about being
Not
turned into a
so,
statue.
okay.
He's a cement elemental.
I don't think he does real good in water anymore. You were gonna ask if you could attempt to grab onto
Yeah.
something?
Can we grab onto the log?
Yeah.
I don't think you want to do that.
I'm assuming like any action sequence in a Disney movie, we can grab the log.
You can grab the log if you want.
Cool. I don't want to drown.
Okay.
So I think actually if we can do that, what Wolf will probably do, since him and Fives are still tied together, is he'll throw Fives on the other side of the log. So the rope kind
buoys.
of just holds them both there on either side.
Okay.
Like floaties.
All right. So what about the rest of you? Are you jumping on the log as well, holding on to it, swimming for dear life? What are you doing?
Cat claws.
Um,
Grab.
I think Lexus is already trying to maneuver out of the river, seeing as how he fell before anyone else.
Okay. What about Sylvia?
I probably just shoved my dagger in the log and just holding on, kind of riding it out like the log flume at
Okay.
the amusement park.
All right. So Lexus is trying to swim to shore. You see the log get pushed in kind of shortly behind you. You've only kind of swum a little bit off to the side. You can get back to the log if you want, or you can continue to swim kind of towards the cliff walls.
This is the sad thing here is I'm trying to weigh what would be less life threatening here.
Well,
Um,
something that you've noticed as you've started to swim towards the cliff walls, that they all seem to be made out of that sharp, porous stone that you found at the top.
Log it is then.
So you grab onto the log and you all are panting and catching your breath after getting dumped into the cold river. And you notice that the river continues to go down between these cliffs. They continue to rise to either side. The coral actually taking on its normal healthy pink colors. And it turns into almost this, like you're watching little creatures dart in and out of the coral and plants growing through it. And almost this like above water seascape that rises up around you. And you ride this log down for about 2 or 3 miles, rolling through this seascape, until you finally find yourselves kind of spit out at the mouth of the river into. For you, did I move you guys over here? I did. Okay, so you're actually split out into where this mining camp is. Down here, if I can grab the right token.
Near Jahaka Bay.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
And I think that's where we'll take our second break for the night. So you folks that are watching at home, thanks so much for hanging out with us as we play some D&D. It's gotten a little ridiculous with some Jersey body armor. But you know, what are you going to do? So we're going to take a quick break, get up, stretch legs, do all that good fun stuff. And we'll be back here in about 5 minutes or so to continue tonight's episode of Blood Moon Adventures. Thanks so much for hanging out. We appreciate it. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. Welcome back, everybody.
Yeah, we're back. Hello.
I gotta find where that link purge thing is and fix that. 0 seconds is a little rough, I guess. It's fine. just get good. That's all you have to do.
When I count to 3, send. Okay, sorry. Time's up.
Where do I actually fix that at? Let's see. I see a whitelist, but I don't see where that's at. Yes?
Yeah. Got you. I gotta open mine too. That's the easiest way to show you where it is. Hang on.
It's over there.
It's gonna be under the cog thing. I think it's either in the cog or it's
For mod tools, there's no cog for mod tools.
Call.
I got option for whitelisting.
it's in that.
Nah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'll find it later.
Yeah.
Alright. So you guys find yourselves in Jahaka Bay.
Bless you.
Floating out of the ruins somewhere. And as you float down the river and into the bay, you see pirate ships sailing in and out of the bay. And you realize that those pirate ships are a couple 100 feet below you. And then it dawns on you that the only way that you get from here to there is that waterfall that's coming up.
I was afraid you were going to say there's a waterfall.
Bring it on.
Bring it on!
Bring it on.
I feel like it's Crunk and what's his name for his last
Exactly.
groove.
Yeah. Pacha.
Pacha.
Pacha. Hell yeah.
And
And now we're in Wednesday's game.
one of you just looks at the other, his back turned to the
Big waterfall.
waterfall. He's
Yep.
got, waterfall.
Sharp rocks at the bottom. Most likely. Bring it on.
Bring it on.
Azarin, thank you for that sub, sir. Thank you for
That
keeping
is-
our mimic fed and alive. Appreciate that, sir. If you have
berries.
if you have berry, it's berries. Thank you for getting that. I still get purged. Our chat has been cleared. I don't know why. But thank you, Instant Berries. Appreciate that. But bring it on! And you guys rush down the waterfall, tumbling with this giant log in tow. Wolf's lead and Fives wrapped around the log like buoys. Everybody give me dexterity saves, and Wolf's lead at Fives at a disadvantage because you're tied together around this log.
I'm proficient. If it's a 1 point difference, I'm proficient. And HP Fox crits, so come on.
HP Fox was at a disadvantage though.
Damn it.
You were also at a disadvantage, but it's 1 point, so it doesn't make a whole lot of difference.
I'll still accept that 14 though. My dex is not good.
Your dex is not good.
Lexus. I'm missing one.
Poor
I'm missing,
Lex.
I'm missing a Javaria. There we are.
I'm proficient, you shut your face.
Okay.
Okay.
Glad you
Log
said
falls on
something.
Javaria.
Yeah, but you are also at a disadvantage, so it just takes the first number.
That's true.
No, you two were disadvantaged.
Yeah, we were
Oh,
tied.
that's right.
She's
You
free.
two are the only ones
I'm
at a
not
disadvantage.
disadvantaged.
Okay.
Screw you guys.
So, Lexus and Wolfsbane. Shut up, Alexa. Let's see.
That will never stop being funny.
It's 100-foot waterfall. It's D6 for every 10 feet.
Yeah. So 10d6. How about you just roll all those that 20d20 again? I mean,
Is fall damage different when you're falling into water?
Yeah, but there's also sharp rocks. So I figured that they would even themselves out. Lexus and Wolf take 34 points of damage.
How
Shut
much
up.
do I take?
None. You're fine.
Oh, I was like, wait a minute. What?
So you fall. The log smacks Wolf in the back of the head as he falls and hits the water. Lexus falls and unfortunately just right into like a sharp rock into his shoulder inside. And when he plunges in, the rest of you, your heads bob back up, and you see the water turning a little bit crimson through the mist of the waterfall. How bad off is Lexus?
I'm at 11.
So he's not unconscious, but definitely like that
Hurt.
a whole lot.
So yeah, and I think the moment he can, he's just going to very sarcastically say to Bob, "Where were you on that one?"
I was getting torn up by the rocks. Where were you?
Wearing you.
Look at this. I got a new ear piercing from that rock. You know, that's on the wrong side too. This is gonna look so weird.
Yeah, I'm more concerned about the piercing that I have in my shoulder.
Your shoulder, my ear, same thing.
You didn't do well in anatomy, did you?
No, that's just where my ear ended up when I got turned into armor. You don't have ear armor on right now, do you? They had to go somewhere.
Fair point, I guess.
Hey, look, you stick with the you anatomy. I'll stick with the me anatomy, except when your anatomy touches my anatomy. And then I guess we have to have a conversation. And maybe drinks. Some dinner first. I mean, if you're classy, you just take me out to a bar, that's fine. Some fried mozzarella sticks, a little bit of Coors Light, we'll be fine.
Coors Light. Dude, you could do better.
Hey, you seen any other sentient armors around here for me to get busy with? I got limited choices. Right now, my choice is the guy wearing me, okay?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you would be. It's between me and him and a picture of Coors Light, alright?
I feel like I'm intruding.
Well, I mean, if you want to intrude, you'd have to get me to take him off, but I'd be welcome to have you intruding on me.
Oh, phrasing.
I don't need to offer that badly.
I mean, cat people is kind of weird, but I could get into it. Just watch where your tail goes, okay? Oh, don't need any of that.
Mags, are you comfortable with this?
I mean, I don't kink shame. Damn. Swallow. There you go.
That's what never mind.
Dude, again, phrasing again. You need to just not. I didn't do it this time. You can't get mad at me. It wasn't me. I said nothing this time.
I mean, birds and cats are supposed to be enemies, but you two are pretty close, huh?
This is my brother.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that kind of relationship.
Don't make this
That's
weird.
a whole
Don't
different
make this
kind
weird.
of. I mean, I got cousins that are like that,
Don't.
but that was
You made it
a
so
little
weird.
that was a little too much for me. I never quite got that desperate.
I'm so done with you.
Strip his armor, throw it in the damn river, or in the bay in Jahaka Bay. We could trade the armor, right? There's pirates. They like things. We can parlay.
Pakalugi Bay.
Wait, are you guys telling Alexis to take the armor off?
Lex, okay, in character. Lex, as I'm like cleaning the water out of my ears, my ear holes, whatever birds have. Take off armor.
Oh, look, he's trying to get you naked again.
Why?
Lex, take off armor now.
Why?
Lex, can you sit underwater with head above water?
Yeah. Where are you getting at, Vibes?
Your armor doesn't shut up. Gives 5 headache.
I know birds can get headaches. That's impressive.
Take off armor now.
That's good to know. I'll tell the guys down at the zoo when we go walk around the zoo and we day drink. I'll tell them the
I
birds
look
get
over at
headaches.
Javaria.
That's me daydreaming.
I don't know. I kind of like him.
Then you wear it!
Me wearing it isn't gonna make him shut up.
Probably make him talk more.
Oh God, please.
At this point, I'd almost be willing to give him my armor.
Look, he's providing me protection.
Said
At the
someone
moment.
to your shoulder.
Hey, just because I provide protection, don't mean you can't use condoms. That's an important thing there. Just want you to know that I'm looking out for you. You gotta use protection even when I'm around.
Lex, take armor off, or Fives take it off you.
Look, the bird's trying to get you naked again, man. I hope you guys are close. I mean, there's no
You know,
problem.
yeah. I take Bob off.
What are you doing? What's the idea here?
I'm gonna put him in that ironbound chest that I have in my sack.
You just gonna let him stuff me in this chest like I'm some
So
piece
he
of
is in a
meat?
box. He's in a box that's in a bag.
And I'm gonna throw it at the bottom into the bottom of the river.
Bottom of the fucking river.
Hey, you gonna make me sleep with the as you close the lid.
I love how we just made an armor from New Jersey sleep with the fishes.
I mean, I haven't thrown the sack in the river yet. I'm thinking, so we can maybe like con somebody into buying the box like a loot crate. They don't know what's in it.
The worst
You don't know.
microtransaction ever.
It might be a glorious new sword, or it might be talking armor from New Jersey. That's the gamble you take with loot boxes.
Exactly.
Cracker Jack price.
Cracker Jacks? Who's got Cracker Jack?
Poor Bob. He will be missed.
No, he won't.
To be fair, Bob really didn't give me much protection. I went from a 10 to a 12.
Hey, you didn't get that STD that time.
Hey, Bob can't speak anymore. Avius. Bob's done talking.
Having way too much fun being Bob, though.
I kind of like Bob.
Then you wear Bob.
That won't make him shut up, like I said.
We have come full circle.
Oh my God.
So as you guys are stripping Lexus of Bob, and locking poor innocent Bob into a chest and throwing the chest into a bag, give me a perception check.
Oh, Jesus.
Damn, son.
I don't know how Lexus is noticing this with all this shit going on.
I don't know either because I have a 2 in perception.
And I'm proficient in perception as well.
What they say that even a broken clock is right twice.
Right?
Yeah. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while.
Phrasing. Again.
All right, so what do my non-elven eyes show me?
You know, stuff.
You notice that during all the commotion and everything, a group of people have gathered on the shore, standing there just watching as everything is going on. All of them with swords drawn, leather armors on, some of them scarred, missing eyes, wearing eye patches, their hair long and kind of in tangles. They smile at you as you look up and notice them.
Hi!
Can we interest you gentlemen, in some armor?
Would you like to buy box?
And one of them wearing this coat that just kind of glitters with gemstones that are sewn into it. Smiles, and he gives you this smile, and he's just got teeth that, like, he's got gems embedded in them. He says, "Fantastic,
I'm robbing.
fantastic, a new crew. You're coming with us."
We've already been Shanghaied. You piss off.
No. Wait. Maybe they Shanghai us away from Chult.
We have a mission, Fives.
But
No.
why?
If you leave Chult before we finish what we were going to do, the minute we leave Chult, I have a feeling that you're going to be dead.
Worth it. I mean, even out of character, I mean, that'd be worth it. You know?
Pray tell, where are we going with you?
And you know what? Lex was about to kill himself not like 24 hours ago. Mister,
Yeah.
we have a mission.
You're to board
Yeah.
my ship, the Emerald Eye.
But why?
That's for me to know. You got that jersey slipping in.
Great. Jersey Pirates.
Doesn't look very emerald.
All I see is a black screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see
I'm working on getting your tokens there.
darkness.
Charlie Murphy.
Darkness.
Fire magic missile. Maybe it'll go away.
I don't have it anymore.
What are you shooting at? The darkness. Where are the Cheetos?
Do I see that happening? No, you're at the tavern getting drunk.
Okay, but if there's any girls there, I wanna do that.
I need to watch that again.
Dude, that's like 1999 friggin' internet jokes.
Now you guys should be able to see yourselves.
Nope.
No?
Uh-uh.
Alright, hang on.
Oh wait, no, it's on the far left or on the far right.
He says, "You be part of my crew now. You're coming with us.
No.
What is pay rate?
Your lives."
Better than we
Better
getting
be
paid in
fun.
Schult? That's a good deal. Joke's on you.
Sure. Oh god.
And where are they at? I don't see them.
There's no markers on there for them.
I don't see us either.
I see us.
Far right on the map.
Go down
That's
to the
like-
What is that? Oh, there we go. I was not in the right place. Beep, 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 beep.
Also, why am I so big?
Because you're bigger than
You
life.
can't just go around asking people that.
Well,
I'm sorry, I'm just giving you shit. He says, "You see, some of my crew, last time we were out, displeased me. And so now they be missing their heads. Now we gotta restock our crew. And here you sad sacks are." He's, God damn it. The
That
jersey
is not
like-
sound business model.
Well, there's always people falling down waterfalls. I can't get rid of this Jersey accent.
The curse of Bob lingers.
He says, there always be those falling down waterfalls that we could take with us.
You could make him a gentleman pirate.
you
If
could
you
you
want
could
to.
also just make friends.
Or say please.
It's easier just to kill all you people.
Yeah, but then you have no crew. What point is that?
There's always more crews. But right now, we're out for treasure, and you're coming with us.
Where is treasure?
That's for me to know and you not to.
Well, if we're gonna
How
be
can
part
we
of your
find
crew,
it?
we'll
I
find
gotta,
out.
I gotta get
eventually.
out of this Jersey mindset. It keeps slipping. He says,
Well, think Captain Jack. Go Captain Jack instead.
yeah.
Captain Jack is now from New Jersey.
Like the DDR song?
He says, there be treasure out here in the edges of Chult. I'd be looking to get mine. If you help, you can have some of the cut for yous and your crews. God, fuck.
Well, I don't suppose we have anything better to do. Except, just stop a curse. But, no, joining your crew, that sounds so much more important right now. So,
What do you know about stopping curses? And he lifts his eye patch, and you can see that where his eye should be, there's this green gem just embedded in the socket.
I'm just gonna kind of just giggle and be like, ha ha ha, I had one of those once.
You were one of those once.
Yeah, it was my house.
High five, Lex.
Go on. And he says, regale me. Why don't you regale me with this story?
And we're back to Jersey.
I can't. I think it's because my throat's fucked up too, from playing D&D for 9 hours yesterday. That that's what I just keep naturally slipping into because it sounds if it's in my head.
All right. Well, he's gonna ask me to regale the story or whatever, and I'm gonna be like, I'll be happy to do so. Do you have any alcohol? It is a long story.
It says, there be some grog on my ship. Be happy to share it with you. The story's a good one, maybe some rum.
Rum is always tasty, and I'm gonna look to Mama Cat and be like, I don't see we have any other choice.
This.
What?
Nothing. Let's go.
So he leads you from the shore. I mean, it's not wrong. And he leads you up to his ship. As you approach it, you God damn it.
I don't need no instructions. Don't know how to rock.
The link shouldn't be worked. It worked for everybody else, I'm fairly certain.
Yeah.
He leads you to his ship, which has the mermaid carved into the front of it on the.
Spirit helm.
Thank you, that place.
That place. Yep.
And it's got it carved into the side of the ship. Beside the figurehead is the words "the Emerald Eye." And he takes you on board the ship. He takes you. He says, "Well, fuck my voice. We can't have ye landlubbers just introduced to the bowels of the ship. That's no fair to you, especially with a story to tell. Come join me in my quarters."
Oh
My
my.
quarters rolled out wrong.
Yeah. Well,
We're
you're
gonna
good,
go
you're
in
good.
the quarters.
You gotta just you can do this. I believe in your ability to reset your brain.
I gotta go look something up real quick. What were these things called? There we go. All right, that's what I need to know. All right.
Cabin? Captain's cabin?
No, a particular thing that is in his cabin. So,
Is it a mimic?
it's not. I know what it means. I didn't have to look that up. He leads you into his cabin, and there, inside the interior of the cabin is all green, like shades of green. Green cushions, green oak, or like this very like green dyed wood. He's got this big green chair behind it, and they're sitting in a pile of green pillows beside the desk. Is this tiger smoking a pipe? But you notice as you kind of look at him that his hands form backwards at the wrist. So instead of like his hand doing this thing, it's kind of holding it backwards and his fingers go up.
Huh?
Does he look like a cat?
He does. He looks like a tiger.
God damn it, imp. God damn it, imp.
What is this, like a drop bear? What? What?
It's worse.
What? Listen here, the D&D noob is very, very confused as to why y'all so mad and flusterbusted.
I'm not mad,
Hey.
but I'm
hey.
the DM, so
I will tell you though, the species, it's a fun word to say.
we're can't even say it.
And I find it funny because they're supposed to like be like super sophisticated and everything, and this one sounds like Carl.
No, this one doesn't sound like Carl. This one hasn't spoken yet
Oh, okay.
because I'm still finding the voice for him in my head.
I thought it was the guy from Jersey that we encountered on the island.
There you go, Spooner. If you want to see what it is, it's like.
Rakshasa. What the fuck is wrong with his hands?
I
They're
told you,
backwards.
they're backwards.
How
That's how
much?
their hands are.
How freaking stoned were these people when they thought of this?
I mean, there were probably a lot of cocaine involved. It was the 80s.
Jesus Christ!
I mean, it's also based on an actual mythological creature.
Yeah, it's Sanskrit, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
That's
Natural
cool as shit.
inspiration. But yeah.
Yeah, goodbye.
Rakshasa.
Neat.
So the Rakasha, something like that.
Shikaka.
Shikaka. Rakshasa. There we go. Rakshasa. I'll get it right eventually.
Reported.
The Rakshasa looks up from his pipe. And he says, I see you've brought along some beggars? What are these people?
I'm fives.
What's a fives?
Me.
That's fives. And
Hello.
if we're not necessarily beggars. I mean, the way that they found us, I guess we would be driftwood.
So, below beggars, things that beggars burn for firelight.
You know,
Interesting.
sometimes we feel like that,
He's not wrong.
Buoyant?
especially in Cholt.
You feel buoyant. Interesting. That's not a state I find myself in often.
You think?
No, I swim. Why do you ask? Were you planning on throwing me overboard? I don't advise that action.
No. Never mind.
Captain, you find interesting creatures.
He takes pretty much whatever washes up from the river, it appears.
Seems so, and yet sometimes there are gems in the driftwood. Captain, why did you bring these people into our cabin? You have some need of them? He says, the captain says, aye, they were gonna be regaling me with a tale. So, let's hear it.
Alrighty. So I'm basically gonna give him the rundown, basically the TLDR reason. I was cursed, and then one of the party members was a stalker, and then he found me, and then he took me as a piece of jewelry and made a deal with a strange fae queen or lady, or what would she actually?
Archfey?
Archfey.
Archfey. And I was released from the curse, and now we are trying to uncurse him because he had the guile to tempt Medusa.
Aye, that does be a story worth telling and worth hearing. Thank you. I'm assuming your character is actually going into detail as she's actually telling this.
Did we cover like the death and the Baba Yaga and all that shite?
Probably not. Probably just focusing more on the curse because that's what got his attention.
Okay.
The curse breaking.
He dealt with the Archfey. God damn it.
The Archfey.
No, it's fucking terrible.
Say R a couple times.
R. There we go. R, you dealt with the Archfey, and it sounds like your friend paid a price for it. They're not ones to be trifled with. Now he's becoming Irish.
That's
It's kind of a good thing we put Bob in that box because we'd probably have to. We'd probably just be in Jersey forever.
We'd be rolling for initiative right now if Bob was not in the box.
Probably.
He says, here's what I be thinking. We take you out, you help us find our lost treasures, we send you on your way unharmed, and just a few hours out of your time.
I mean,
Sounds fine to me.
Assuming, you're slipping into Bob again. Says, that just be, and you keep your head so long as you keep my commands.
I'm gonna kind of nod towards Alexis and be like, "Can you possibly clothe the naked one?"
especially, preferably with something that doesn't talk.
It says, we wouldn't want you distracting the ladies now, would we? And he, we go find, where's that tape? Sandbuck. We'll figure out what you get. Hang on. Since you didn't like your sentient armor. Where's... There we
I'm
go.
like a shift,
Give me a,
like a swashbuckling shirt. It's all like open chested, like he's one of those.
Oh God, the poofy, the
poofy
poofy
shirt.
pirate shirt from Seinfeld.
Yeah.
We're gonna make him a C-pop.
Yep,
Alright.
a C-pop dandy.
Give me a G100.
Go on now. Give him that. Yeah.
Okay. So he goes over to a chest. He throws it open. And he pulls out this armor. It's green. And it looks like it has thorns just sprouting from it everywhere. He says,
Not on the inside, right?
not as far as you know.
Oh.
He says,
Now he's berserk.
Little
he
thorny.
says, I found this, fuck, wrong accent. God damn it.
Come on, you can do it, man. You can do it. A chiffonade, yes.
I be finding this armor a while back, and I like the shade of green it be, but it gets in me way. Happy to hand it off if you can find it useful.
Well, as long as it's not regaling me about tales from the mystical land of New Jersey or
what's a-
giving away our position.
I would be in New Jersey.
I don't know. I mean, if you want to know all about New Jersey, you can ask the talking armor that we have tied up in that bag, as I point over to Fives.
No open box.
You got, God damn it. Sorry, you got some tied up armor in your bags. That's awfully odd.
I'll trade you
maybe a
box.
tale for another evening.
You can have box.
All right, so what does this armor do, Imp?
So on touch from, or if you were to run into someone, it deals poison damage. 1d6 plus. Let's do 1d6 plus 2. Plus 4.
Nice.
Wait, so 1d6 plus 2?
1d6
got
plus
a break.
4
Ooh.
poison damage.
Woo!
He
So
got
if
a
you like
break.
shoulder check somebody, because it's covered in thorns.
No hugs.
Yeah, if you shoulder check somebody or just like barrel into them, then you can use that as an attack.
All right, so it doesn't go off of any of my stat. It doesn't go off of strength either. It's just poison.
Yeah, it's just poison damage. And let's see. Let's figure out AC for you. AC of 17.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hot. Damn.
Well, the problem is I start giving you things that give your AC 17. That means I start making you fight things that can hit AC 17.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
you
better
don't know
than
what to do.
fighting things that can hit an AC of 17 when I have an AC of 10.
That's
I
true.
mean, how would that be different than this entire campaign?
This is also true.
Because my AC is only 14.
So it's mine.
So
Mine's
yeah,
12.
like all of us have little baby AC, and so yeah.
How do you feel about fire giants?
Bro, please.
I don't know. Do they throw bears that are on fire at us?
No, they just throw you through sentient calzones.
That was fun, though.
All right. So he hands you the armor. He says, "We be setting sail in the morning. I expect you up bright and early to help cast off as we go and search for our treasures."
Okie dokie. I'd probably ask him about what interested him so much when I mentioned breaking curses.
He says, that'd be a tale for another night, I think. Right now, we're on the search for treasure."
Treasure is good.
And so you guys bed down for the night. He shows you to quarters. The rest of the crew is there. They don't really talk to you. They're kind of giving you side glances. The few people that do talk, you get the impression that they've gotten used to really not making friends, because it seems that the captain has a short temper and violent reactions to his temper going off, which means that a lot of the crew get beheaded very quickly. And so they're just like, it's better not to learn names or faces. Knowing the captain's temperament and that Rakasha that he keeps company with seems to be the only one immune to his tempers. You guys just going to bed for the evening? Or are you searching around? Or?
No, just pretty much. I just like Lexus just wants to do whatever we need to do, get this done, and just move along.
Okay.
Yeah, Fives is ready for some quiet.
Yeah, and I think I'm gonna point out now at this time that the entire time that conversation was going on, Wolf was just kind of standing there with like half closed eyes, kind of swaying slightly, as he was still bleeding from where that tree hit him in the back of the head.
Oh,
So
And the arrow.
he's down for just taking some rest.
Okay. So you guys go ahead and rest up for the evening. And next morning the bells ring aboard the Emerald Eye, rousing you from your slumber, awakening you to not even a dawn sunlight yet. It's still dark out.
That's a familiar noise.
Fives knows that noise.
But the captain yells, "Make way, or prepare to make way. We be setting sail." And I hate to do it this evening, but my throat is absolutely killing me. So we are going to cut the show short by an hour, ish. So, if that's fine with you guys, because my
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Yeah, it
I
works.
feel like I've been
you
swallowing
D-
gravel.
Long fucking
you
day.
DM'd like a beast last night for 8 hours, so
Yeah, man.
yeah, you kind of need it.
And my head still hurts too, so I'm down.
Yeah. All right, cool. You guys that are watching, I apologize. I know that we normally run till 10:30. I DM'd for like 9 hours straight yesterday. If you
No, we
missed
ran
that,
over.
Yeah, we did. If you missed that, we raised $3,200 for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospitals. With that cast, it was fantastic. I had an amazing time. We're gonna get the video up on YouTube as soon as we can. It's gonna be a long one, but we're gonna throw it up there. So if you did miss it, you guys will be able to go watch that. It was an absolute blast. It was fantastic. It was so encouraging to see all of the support for St. Jude's, all the people that came out and watched. It was incredible. It was very food based. I don't recommend watching that while hungry, because if you don't have food around, it's going to be terrible. I feel bad for you. I was getting hungry DMing it, and I'm like, I keep talking about food. I can't go fucking eat any. This is bullshit. But it was a lot of fun. Wednesday, excuse me, words. So if you guys haven't hit the follow button already, please do so. If for no other reason than to get that off of my screen, that'd be great. I'm not gonna say it because that's what the jackass wants. But if you get that off my screen, that'd be awesome. So that being said, we do 3 shows a week here. We do Sunday night is Blood Moon Adventures. This is our 5th edition Tomb of Annihilation show. This show right here. Tuesday nights is Gibbering Mouthers, which is our 5th edition planar jumping party backstabbing, becoming large ancient black dragons for no goddamn reason show. And then Wednesday nights we are starting up our new show. This will be the actual first session. We did character creation and world building the last 2 weeks for Keelhauled, which is our pirate 5th edition low magic game that we are starting up. So that the very first adventure of that show will be on Wednesday, so you guys can swing by and catch that out. We are going to go on a raid here in a minute, go show our love and support to somebody else here on Twitch. Before we do, Rojan, who are you? What do you do on the internet?
I am Rojan Quest. I am a co-DM here on Dungeons and Distractions, as well as a variety RPG caster over on my own channel. Currently, just getting back into the swing of things. Going to be firing up the Mass Effect and Dragon Age series playthroughs again starting this week, as well as taking a look at Sea of Thieves tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Ooh.
Spooner, who are you? What do you do on the internet?
Spooner Sloth. I'm a broadcaster of variety here on Twitch, and I stream 4 days a week, Mondays through Thursdays. On Sundays, I'm here with you guys. And yesterday, I was part of the St. Jude charity stream with my wife for about 9 hours. We went over by a bit, and yeah, right now I think we're still doing Surviving Mars, fiddling around with that. But then come April, it's all BattleTech and Frostpunk.
Right on. Hybrid Magpie, who are you? What do you do on the internet?
I am Hybrid Magpie. I'm primarily a creative caster on Twitch. I mainly do emotes, overlays, channel art, little fancy frou-frou things like that, and I've actually been playing video games this past week. We're doing a blind playthrough of the Nonary games. It's basically like anime Saw, but worse, because it has math.
Math makes everything worse. That's why I can't stand D. No, I'm just kidding. HP Fox, who are you? What do you do on the internet?
I am HP Fox, and I struggle when it comes to unmuting myself in Zoom. I am the manager for the Hunter Wild, and we have a community. What was the spiel we're giving? A community-driven something or other. We talk to people a lot and don't play games very much. They're on pause like 75% of the time. So if you don't like that, probably don't stop by. But otherwise,
stop by. It's a good. It's a good place.
Yeah.
It's one of the most positive places on Twitch. It makes me super happy, to be honest. Alicorn, who are you? What do you do on the internet?
I'm Alicorn. I am the community manager for Dungeons and Distractions. I play on Sundays as well as Tuesdays. I also stream part-time whenever I have time. Recently, I've just been killing lots of Skaven in Vermintide 2, and that's been a lot of fun. I actually didn't expect to like it as much as I do. But yeah, that's me.
All right, we are going to go on a raid. We're going to go raid a gorgeous human being that I got the chance to meet at TwitchCon. So you guys go ahead and hit that join raid at the top of your chat bar and copy the raid command. I heard there were dragons in here. We're going to go show Pixel Monkey some love. He's playing Assassin's Creed Origins right now. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Sorry I had to cut the cast short, but it was either that or continue being from New Jersey, and I was getting a little uncomfortable with that. It was getting a little too easy to do. Although playing Bob was a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much. Have a good night.